I'm saying right here it looks off. Up there is fine.
Told you.
I know. I believed you, but I was like, that's weird. What's up, people? What's up, one person?
Test check test. Yep.
We're just going to kind of talk for a minute, and then we'll get into it. So,
Bro, so like, what was it? Friday, I didn't have to work at Ace, so I ended up getting up earlier than I would, and I went to the gym.
Okay. Positive.
And then I worked out, did legs. Terrible mistake. I did legs and then ended up going to work, and then I had a bunch of stuff to do at work all day, and then we went and moved our new pastor into his house. So we unloaded 2 giant Penske trucks.
That's brutal, dude.
And did that for 3 hours.
At least you had like people though.
People helped, for sure. But like, of course, I got stuck with like the heaviest crap, like his this brand new, this Amish furniture he had bought there and brought with him.
It's so heavy.
It's so heavy.
I've dealt with Amish furniture my whole life. It's so
bonkers,
heavy,
dude.
It's so heavy.
And so it did all that, and then it's like, hey, if it, everybody's good to go. If anybody can and they want to stick around and undo boxes and stuff, I'm like, I got a skate event I got to go to.
Yeah.
And so after that, I went home and I like forced myself to lay down for 20 minutes.
Nice.
But then we had somebody in the group who couldn't like get out there. So I'm like, well, cool. If you can get them to McDonald's, I'll take them.
Right.
So I had to get everything ready. I had to run back to Ontario to grab the helmets and some boards, just in case.
Yep.
I ended up needing the helmet, so I'm glad I did. So, and I get him. We go out there and kind of get everything kind of set and doing everything. And it is just fantastic with the paint.
Yeah.
Holy
So
buckets.
I wanted to ask you, too. We're talking about Stoke Run. Obviously, the paint makes it look so amazing. Did he put in new lights? Because it seems so much brighter in there. I don't know if that's just the new color, but everything looks, and I haven't been there in person, but every video, I'm like, it looks way brighter.
I don't know. That's sad because I usually notice that stuff. But the paint, like even everybody there, Cam, Braden, everybody was saying like this is a game changer.
It makes it more grippy too,
yeah,
right?
Like
I've seen comments about it.
Yeah, I was able to like do spins and not worry.
Yeah,
I tried a 180 up the Euro just to give this a try and I'll jump. I landed it first try like perfect. Like I was a little twisted. Like normally it would just shoot out.
Right.
Nope.
Anything off center, off balance, you're shooting out.
It was fantastic.
Nice.
But I skated way more than I should have after leg day, being up since 3:30, something like that, and moving past her in, doing all that stuff, and then skated like hard, for a couple hours. But it was awesome to see tons of people out there. So we'll talk more about it on the episode.
Did Justin mention anything about like why I wasn't there or anything? There's a reason I ask because so we did. I guess we could save this for the normal show too, but like
that's fine.
But yeah, we just had an interaction that was funny on the competition night, and he felt so bad, just like the way I said it. Like we were just being silly, but he was like, "Oh, okay, dude." I was like, "Bro, I'm just messing with you."
I won't make fun of you now.
Right.
Sorry, days.
No, it was cool though. It was a funny moment. I love Justin.
Yeah, dude. How could you not? That dude's that's a blast and a half.
Right. Who's in the chat? I'm calling you out.
Whoever's in the chat, you get to pick the color of the tree. You want it blue? Right now it's.
Oh, that's why it's a little off center, so you can get the agriculture.
The tree. Why can't? There it goes. It's blue now. You want blue? You want green? There's green.
I like green. Blue's a little sad, in my opinion.
All right.
We need something energy. Do we have like a gold, a yellow? That orange is nice, or is that red?
It's red.
That's a good orange. Oh,
that's
looks
orange.
orange. Okay.
Sorry, that's orange. I was trying to hit yellow. I don't know why it's not.
We like buttons and colors, guys.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it is yellow.
Where does that put our IQ
That is yellow.
level?
It looks orange on the camera.
It definitely looks orange.
Where's orange?
Oh, yeah.
There's orange. See, there's orange. There's yellow.
It's
there's
very-
orange. That is very like
You can tell the orange is more orange, but,
yeah, but
the yellow
still,
is definitely
that is
orange.
wild. But it has these calendar. So I guess that's St. Patty's Day, 4th of July.
Do we have any like light strobing effect? Nothing
Well, we have
crazy,
the there's the multicolor, and then there's also the it'll light up when we talk.
but that might be too much.
Isn't that wild?
I like it though, but it might be too distracting.
It can hang out in while we're just chatting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's change this.
We got 2 people in the chat.
About a new
Actually, nobody in the chat, but just creepers watching.
creepers watching. You could be chatting. You could be telling us what color the tree should be.
I didn't know you guys
I got like
were from
every color.
Minecraft.
There's just purple.
I like purple.
Purple's
Purple's a
great,
good
man.
feel.
There's whatever this one is. That one's
Nah.
purple and orange.
Meh.
All right, fine. Valentine's Day
Give me a kiss.
right now.
I mean, if you want to come over here, I'm not moving.
Halloween.
Okay.
There's like a pride one.
Cool.
It doesn't.
Oh, that's kind of cool though.
Oh, it's vibing.
Yeah.
We'll let it vibe.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I can vibe.
Nice.
Now I'm jealous. I need a tree behind me.
You're the one that set it up.
I know, but it
I
looks
don't
so
need a
good in the
tree.
corner.
It does look great.
And we've changed a lot down here. It looks good.
We put a fake tree up.
I changed a lot down here.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. It
I
does
had-
look good though.
I do all this stuff, and then I'm like, Adam, look what we did. What's up, Steve Miller from Orville? Hope all is
Oh,
well.
Steve,
Been
what's
out
up?
2 times already at our Orville Park spray paint.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't know what you're spray painting, but
are you spray painting, or did somebody spray paint and shouldn't have?
or are
'Cause
you
that
like
happens.
are you like fixing something with spray paint or
Ooh.
covering?
Also a thing. They left us for those exact same ramps that we got in Shelby. They left us a can of that color to cover up
Okay.
anything that happens.
Nice.
Which we can get more, I guess. They told me.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Steve.
yeah, Steve, what's up?
he's,
What color do you want the tree to be?
He usually comments on like YouTube and sometimes Instagram and stuff. So
Thanks for doing that, Steve.
shout out Steve.
Shout out to Robbie for hanging out with me while we were watching Tampa Pro, and he was telling me all about the skate scene down in Cincy.
Nice.
It was fun.
The tree.
The tree.
Were you spray painting the tree, or are you making a statement about our color choices?
Yeah. we couldn't decide apparently, so it just keeps doing that.
I don't mind it. It gives it a little movement.
Movement is good. I think.
Yeah, it is.
A few more minutes, and then we will
Yeah.
start the episode. I'm already recording, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
We in it to win it.
Start right now. Can you turn me up in my headphones just a little bit?
If I can figure out which headphones you are, yeah.
Check, 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 check. A little bit more, but yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Cool. Yeah.
I was turning it up way too much. I didn't know if that was you. That's the thing.
Oh, no, I'm good. I like it. I mean, you can go louder if you really want to. But that's
sure,
up to
dude.
You, dude.
There you go.
Check, check. Cool.
That's good.
I always just feel like I'm so quiet, and I don't know why.
I don't know, man.
I say it every time. I'm like,
You do?
I'm way more quiet than you.
I have no idea, man.
I don't either.
I must just be a frequency that hits you different. I have no idea.
Very true.
Oh, we got 3 people in here now.
By the way, let's talk about
Still haven't
something
heard.
that's not skate related for half
Make
a
it go
second.
slower.
Yeah, definitely go slower.
I'm trying.
Have you heard about the genetic, basically
The genetic freak, Scott Steiner? Yes, I have.
No, they have made a breed of wolves from 10,000 years ago. A dire wolf, like the ones in Game of Thrones.
Weird.
They literally genetically made them, and they're
And nothing will go wrong.
right. Everybody, and yeah, they were like, "So you're like Jurassic Park," and he's like, "Yeah, we get that comparison a lot." But
Yeah, for sure.
they've made 3 wolves, and they're all like
Piece of crap.
in I guess like a 2,000 acre area that's like secured, and they have like the animal hospital and all that kind of stuff like there. But yeah, it's just interesting that this is an extinct wolf that they brought back, and they're like 2 years old now, like perfectly fine and sound different. And They said they're bigger than they expected them to be.
So what does Jeff Goldblum think?
That's red flag number 1.
They're like, oh, you're getting bigger.
Right.
It's not stopping.
They said 80 pounds at like 6 months, I think. Something like that.
Dude, I'm
But they
not a fan.
one thing they didn't know about it, which I was just listening to the podcast, so I didn't look yet, but they have like manes. Like, yeah, and they're like, nobody knew that because that doesn't show up on fossils and stuff. So it's like a wolf with like a
Lion's mane?
Yeah, not like huge, but yeah, a little like puff mane.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm excited to keep listening.
That's terrifying.
It is. It is.
I do like, dude, I love anything prehistoric, so.
Yeah, that's same.
Let's go. Dude,
Sup, Billy Wayne?
you, you pumped for Switch 2?
I'm not pumped for paying for it.
For $450? Yeah. I don't know if that's like trying to anticipate tariff type cash because they moved it to Vietnam to hopefully avoid the tariffs and pow, 54% tariff.
Wow. I didn't hear about the percentages or anything. I know he did the big speech and I'm like,
Get out of here.
I'm just going to cry. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
When
every
eggs
time.
are $14.
Shut up, man. I eat so many eggs too.
I just
Kind of
bought.
bulk. I'm back in the gym. You know that.
That's the thing. Like, I just bought eggs on Saturday and it was like a 12 pack for like $4.
That's just ridiculous. They used to be 89 cents.
Yeah, but like, so, okay.
Not even that long ago. I'm not like back in my day.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking about 4 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not, I definitely understand where people are coming from. And again, I'm always the one on the wrong side and have the wrong opinions.
Yeah, that's okay.
But to me, like, understandably, obviously, $1 is a way better price for 12 eggs. But
Yes.
like that's
I mean, yeah.
very basic. But $4 to me isn't a bad price because just imagine you went into like Bob Evans or something. You would easily pay $4 or $5 for 2 eggs. So it's like,
Now it's $10 for 2 eggs.
well, right. But like the value of that egg at $4 is what, 33 cents an egg? That egg is still worth 33 cents to me. And I'm not saying it's okay.
I'm saying you're part of the problem.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I started with that. Like, I'm aware.
Nice.
But I'm just saying the value of that egg is still worth 33 cents to me.
Sure.
So I would also, I'd
I
rather,
still buy eggs. Yes.
Yeah.
Because this family eats a lot of eggs.
I would rather it be 10 cents, but 33 cents, that's still a good value in my opinion.
Get out of here. Get out of
That
here.
egg, you telling me if you went into Bob Evans and they said, we'll give you 2 eggs for 75 cents, you'd be like, let's go. You'd be hyped on it.
Yeah,
but at a
I'm at
store-
a restaurant that they're preparing. Yeah, 75. Yeah, I would be hyped on that. But that's
I
not
love
the
how our
point.
egg talk just dropped 2 people.
Yeah.
I bet Steve's still in here though. Gang, gang.
I Dude,
Like I said, I know I'm on the wrong side,
you are.
but
And it's okay. I am mad.
I am constantly
It
on the
is-
wrong side.
It is ever changing, it is ever infuriating, and it is just that ain't gonna change. So
Right.
we're living in this. It's one of those things. It's like, hey,
Tis
I got
what
nothing.
it is.
It is what it is, and that's the other thing that I was reading about, how they're like, well, Canadian maple decks are going to go up
I heard about
because
that,
of this, that, and the other, and it's like, well, skateboarding is going to get more expensive. Huzzah! And
Yep. Buy local, support local.
I mean,
I'm
it
sure
does-
all
of
their-
their boards aren't made like here.
No, I'm just saying
There's
their
some American maple, but
their orders and stuff, like
Sure.
Brass House's orders, probably going to go up by
Yeah.
$100 or however
for
much.
sure.
You know,
It
so
sucks.
make sure you're buying local. Help them out.
Help them out. They gonna need it. They gonna need it. What time is it? Well, it's after 7. We should probably start the episode.
Bow, bow, bow.
Scratch my back. Let me scratch my back. Oh, dude. Today, again, I got up at 4 a.m., went to the gym. Did chest. Then I ended up having to lift a ton of crap for work today, like heavy stuff. And it was just like, why do I do anything? Whatever. All right. Well, Where are we gonna go? Should we go here? Go here? Hey, it's me. Hi, me. All right. I don't know. How am I gonna start this? I'm thinking.
Hardy har har.
I just realized it's got some of my screen in it. There we go. Fix that up real quick. Riddle do. All right. What's up, Skate Mansfield? Welcome back. It's only been a short 6 months since we've talked to you since last. I see you've gotten bigger. That's fantastic. We're so proud of you. You're great. Welcome back to the podcast. We're here to talk skateboarding and all the madness that's happened in the past 6 months. I'm BJ Price, joined as I am always, never will be without my good guy, my best bud, the guy who goes on this insane journey with me, Mr. Adam McElroy. And he's right there.
Princess Wave. I was going to chime in when you said you've gotten so big. I just wanted to be like, you've been eating your vegetables.
We see you out there. We're proud of you.
Yep.
You
What's
just
up,
the way
guys?
you are.
It has been a long time, and it's ironic too because just we go behind the scenes immediately.
Yeah.
This is what we do. But last night I was literally thinking about this. Like, let's just do a very long episode
Just
with
catch people up.
Yeah, just bust it out with everything that's been going on.
For sure.
And then I wake up and even before I woke up, BJ texted me podcast tonight, and I was like, dude, how do we do this?
We just gotta we had to get in on this and we had to do something. So here we are.
Yep.
We know we got a podcast.
Yep.
So
But do you know we have a podcast? That's the question.
I bet you don't.
A lot of people probably
I bet you don't know we're even on the Off the Tongue Podcast Network. I bet you didn't know that.
They definitely did not know that, and that's a failure on our part.
That is a
they're
big
great.
failure. Now listen, the podcast is going to change a bit going forward. We're going to try to do more soon. We're still like there's a few things that need to line up for us to be able to do that as much as we want to be able to do it. Because also, I mean, it's the thing that people, always forget is that we have families and jobs. Chillins, and, between the
And
two of us, we got 4
occupations.
children. Oh, man. And it's just been...
I told my boss today I'm trying to get out.
We trying to get out of here.
Because she goes, we'll talk about it here in a minute, but she's been off for the last week and a half, and so she called me today, just being like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?"
Sure.
And she goes, "Katie told me you had some big news and some big stuff happening last week, which was the meeting."
Oh yeah.
Because I told her I was like, "I need Monday off, it's
Yeah.
a big thing," and she's like, "Yeah, and so I was telling her about it, and I was like, to be honest, it's feeling like I'm close to getting out of here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
Definitely
that's
possible. That's what we're working.
that's a dream, and obviously we are both dreamers, which is how
yeah.
we even got here to begin with.
It's the only way.
Because if we were going on, logic and realism, we probably wouldn't have even started. So
No, none of it would have made sense at any point.
it
of
still
what we were doing.
doesn't. To be
it
fair,
really doesn't. we're on a prayer and a dream.
Yes.
Is the only way that we float down this stream.
Bars.
Let's go.
What's that thing that Gohan always rode on, his cloud or whatever?
Nimbus.
Nimbus. That's what I'm flying on, a Nimbus. just trying to get to the next stop before
right,
I
man.
freak out.
And
lose my mind.
There are times when we're talking. You know what? No, I want to start with this. We're going to start with. So Tampa Pro was yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
We're recording Monday.
Yep.
Tampa Pro was yesterday, and it was fantastic. Great thing. But you know what stole the show, Adam?
Uh-oh. I saw, let me guess, because I did see this.
Hit it. This
is
wild.
not it, but Andy Anderson hitting some flat ground.
It was amazing that he
Yeah.
did that, but that's not what I'm talking
didn't
about. You know
figure.
what broke the chat and broke the internet?
Uh-oh.
It's Kelvin Hoffler.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
He skates for Skechers now.
Oh.
The dude between runs changed it. He had a black shirt that had the white letter, the Skechers logo with Skechers underneath it, and him doing that.
Yeah.
His next run, he had a white shirt with black
That's
Skechers logo.
marketing, my dog.
He's amazing.
I
And
mean-
he changed shoes. There are Skechers skate shoes. In the internet, like on the chat and everything, I went to a Reddit page too that was freaking out.
Yeah,
and they're
no
like,
doubt.
they like froze the picture and like zoomed in on his shoe. They're like, here they are. This is what they look like. Blah blah blah. Then everybody, because you can't search Skechers skate shoe and anything comes up. Nothing comes up. I had to go down a Reddit thread to find these shoes. Adam, I present to thee.
Oh, is that your new shoes thing?
I present to thee what broke the internet.
No.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
This is what he was wearing, and everybody was trying to figure out: are they Skechers? Are they Pumas? What are these shoes?
They do look kind of like Pumas, but
these are Skechers
Scroll down.
shoes. Wait. You got to see. How much are they, Adam?
$60. That's not terrible, honestly.
That's the cheapest skate shoe out there.
Yeah.
Look at this. They have those. They have the white ones. He was switching between the white and the black.
I normally hate white shoes. I kind of like those better than the black.
But what? Here, look.
Yeah.
Like the off.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have that,
What's
and then
the
they
red?
have the red.
Red's not bad.
I want a pair of red too. But here's the thing: I could buy the black and the red, and still
for the price of Dunks that I love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I ordered.
You did?
I ordered a pair of the black to give them a try. See how they're like.
Everybody always
Here's the
thinks
other thing.
Skechers has a T in it, but it doesn't.
No.
Boom. Mandela effect.
How crazy is this though? That Skechers has a skate shoe, and they got Kelvin Hoffler.
Yeah, they paid.
He's off
some
of Cariuma.
bucks. A lot of people are
Skechers.
off of Cariuma right now.
But I mean, Richard Turry was still there. He was still repping all
Garrett
Cariuma.
Jenner's off Cariuma.
Oh, he's gone too.
Yeah.
This is just wild skate shoe news. It drove me to. But
And I'm
here's the
sure
other
you
thing.
heard about Tom Asta being off of S, but that's been a couple months now.
Yeah, that's been a whole thing.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing.
Oh, they reviewed that on 9 Club. What are those though?
These are the S 1992 Skechers. These are 75
Those are Corton
bucks.
classics. That's for you pickleball.
Look at these things. They came up close when you talked about skate shoes too, and I'm like, those are actually kind of fire. Look at these things.
The orange isn't bad.
I like the orange.
The orange
the colors
reminds
I'm not
me-
super keen on.
Yeah, the
But if I were
colors
to
of
pick
the
one-
orange one is perfect for Mansfield Tigers marching band.
For sure.
Perfect.
But I mean, I think
But how
this
do
is
you
a
know
cool
these
shoe.
are skate shoes?
Look at the toe.
I mean,
It's a reinforced toe.
yeah.
That is key to.
Does it say
a
anything
skate
in
shoe.
the description?
It doesn't. None of them say anything about it. Back over here. Look at this. Lace-up design features a pig suede upper faux leather overlays and quarter S logo, plus a cushioned Skechers air-cooled memory foam
Scroll
insole.
down a little bit more though.
Oh, here's their other version of it.
Okay, interesting.
That's their full suede version of it. But look at this. They got these high tops. They got,
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna be honest.
I am Adam today, April 7th, 2025. This is day one of me trying to get sponsored by Skechers.
Okay, then I love it. I take it all back. You wear 13s, right?
Skechers 12 13s.
If you wear 13s, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So we'll just get a bunch of 13s.
I'll take some free Skechers, but
I ordered the 12s to see. Because with the etnies that I usually wear, I end up getting the 12s because the 13s aren't quite right.
yeah.
But I also have weird feet. Did we talk about that?
I think we did because we talked about insoles in great depth
And
on one episode.
how I went to Fleet Feet and they measured my feet and the guy's like, well, yeah, you've got different feet. And then
You got caveman feet.
my kids just clowned on me the whole time. They're like, yeah, you have one that's almost a full size bigger than the other.
Oh, do you
that's
for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. He's just going through it all, and my kids are on the floor laughing at how weird my feet
Well,
are.
like it's weird.
It's hard for me to find shoes.
I honestly forgot about different like sizing because
They do not have great ratings.
for
I'm
the
excited.
last I mean
Disappointed on this one. No memory foam as described, and no arch support at all.
Yeah.
I would recommend them. I've purchased a lot of shoes.
I would
but this one
recommend them.
lacks in
3
description.
stars.
Whatever,
3 out of
dude.
5 stars.
Whatever. I'm gonna put some FP
Wouldn't
insoles
change
in
a
them
thing.
anyways.
Shout out FP. That's who I need sponsored by.
Dude, heck yeah, dude.
You,
Me, Ryan DeCenzo. Oh, that's the other big news.
Swag.
Bully Buckets. Adam.
What did DeCenzo do?
He started a company.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
The 2 cents?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah. I've been following him for like a year now. I followed them before they
were
dropped the
talking
first time.
Tyson Bowerbank is on. It's Ryan and Tyson Bowerbank.
Yeah,
but there's
he's
like
been on the whole time. Yeah, that gold coin. That's the board I've wanted for.
That's
8
a dope
months.
board.
Yeah,
I do like the Ryan board too, but then this one's the sold out.
Yeah, they have.
one. I like that. I like these hats.
Yeah, go to their YouTube. They have a 2 cents YouTube.
Oh, cool.
And they've been posting videos for like 6 months. It's been
fantastic.
epic.
That was the first I'd heard about it. I like this though. That's a cool board too.
That Rocky has that one.
This DeCenzo one?
Yep.
Oh, that's wild.
Yep. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think DeCenzo signed it for him.
What?
Or something. Yeah, for real. Let me look, because this was still when Rocky was injured.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was
5-star,
like,
one 4-star. Where's the 4-star? Here it is. Like the quality. Wish the fit was better. Okay. Well, I guess I might feel those. Who knows? Is the insole removable? What shoe does not have a removable insole?
Right.
Nonsense.
Come on. I don't know where it is. I'll show you eventually. And actually, what is going to really happen is I'm going to show you, and then we're both going to forget.
Yeah, most likely. But yeah, that's that was. It was just funny to go down that rabbit hole during Tampa Pro.
Yeah,
where
that's
like
interesting.
everybody's like, look at his shoe. This that, and I'm like, I'm sitting there watching it, and Jim's watching it with me over Discord, and we're talking. I'm like, he's got a white shirt now. He had a black shirt on last, and he's just doing.
Hey, that's marketing,
like,
dude. I love it.
Yes.
Maybe they said, "Hey, we'll give you $500 for every shirt and pair of shoes you wear." And he's like, "All right,
I got that."
Yep.
But he also got the Legends Award.
Nice
There too. It was
Nice.
cool. And he got like $1,000 and just threw it into the crowd. They're like, he gets $1,000.
I mean, after you sign, sign a 6-figure Skechers deal,
Skechers just gave me $1 million.
Yeah.
Here's your $1,000.
Yeah, I don't need this peasant money. It's like, bro, can I have $1? That'd be great.
I thought that was just wild. But Tampa Pro was amazing. I enjoyed it very much. I forced myself to not do any work or anything during it. I just enjoyed watching it. Like I watched the qualifiers upstairs on my big screen TV on Saturday, and just laid there and watched it. It was amazing. Watched Andy Anderson do his thing, and it's just always fun to watch that guy skate.
I've been watching a lot more of Dan Corrigan.
Love
videos.
Dan.
I usually watch almost every video, but I just haven't lately. But yeah, Andy's been with the PAL team lately, so he's in all the videos.
He's a PAL. Yeah, he's a PAL skater.
Right.
So I love watching him skate. I love the way he skates, and I hate that he gets like weird.
He can
shade.
do everything.
He can,
and that's the thing. Like if you don't like somebody's style, that's one thing. Like if Andy was just doing his flat ground like crazy kind of weird tricks, like if you don't like that, that's one thing. But this man's 360 flipping, big flipping, like
he can
doing everything on top of it.
He can do every style. He just does his own style inside of all of that.
And I'm pretty sure I've seen him skate vert like once or twice.
Oh yeah,
too,
he can.
doesn't he? Yeah,
he absolutely can.
Grayson Fletcher on vert.
That's
insane.
that's the other big thing from that I want to talk about a little bit too. I'm going to go back over to this so that we can look here. And the skaters that I think everybody should look out for, because I was super impressed with them at Tampa Pro. Ivan Federico, Italian skateboarder. This dude was going so fast. He was amazing to watch. I was just super impressed with what he was doing yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Do I have to log in? What is going on here?
Crazy.
It's being weird. I don't think it's even going to let me log in. Just let me watch the video, you piece of crap.
Suspicious
what are we doing?
login at them.
What are you doing? Yahoo, I don't even have this email anymore.
If you've been a long time watcher, you know our struggles with
Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Ivan Federico, love that dude. Look out for him. Danny Leon, amazing.
I feel like I've seen him.
This dude, it's everything on Instagram, and it's not going to let me do that. I have to figure that out.
I might have seen him in like a Red Bull video or something, but I definitely recognize him.
He was amazing yesterday as well, doing just these crazy stuff. I'm super excited. I wrote all these guys' names down just because I'm like, I'm going to go out of my way to watch all these guys skate. Eli Williams is another one. Super amazing.
I feel like you talked about him during, I I don't even remember. It was it might have been like Tampa Am or something from when we were recording over there.
Right.
Because I remember that name.
Let's see if it goes here. Okay, so
and
it's got him.
Yeah, I remember that face too. Oh, wait, scroll up a little bit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's super cool. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's an awesome dude. Another one did amazing, and I was just like, man, I could watch this guy skate all day. And Jim was saying the same thing. He's like, I really like the way he moves, his style, that type of thing. And then Angelo Caro, who got third, and it was really funny. They're like, Andy gets the ticket to the SLS, and I'm like, because the other two are already in SLS.
Right.
But so he gets to be in the San Diego takeover that they're doing. But he killed it.
Isn't that like next
He murdered the best trick.
Yeah.
Did 360 flip back nose blunt, gap out, 360 flip back nose blunt. It was huge. Like when he was catching them and like just slamming, I'm like, you gotta stop, dude. That's impossible. Yeah. And then he just slammed it and rode away. I was like, that was amazing.
Yeah, I've seen Trey flip nose blunt pretty frequently.
But this is like,
but at the gap out, it depends.
It's on the big thing that he gapped out on, which was just absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, all of it's gonna do that. I don't know.
It is what it is. But yeah, check out those guys. I'll definitely.
They were all awesome. I was super impressed with all of them. So
that's awesome.
That's all.
That's awesome.
But yeah. So from there, we also have what are some quick hits that we can get out of the way? Concerts. So I got a full setup done down here, and if you've watched our stream before, I've streamed. I think it was 2 weeks ago now that Mike and I were able to get together. That we actually streamed, and it actually sounded decent. Of my band practicing, doing band practice down here because we are going to set up to do concerts down here. So coming soon, it'll be live stream concerts from the basement. We got the full setup over there. We got the camera that we can move over there and do all of those things. But we're going to bring bands in and try to do fundraising things for the nonprofit and have bands come play in this small area. We may even sell like VIP tickets to come down and hang out in this full area. I can set up the pool table and the arcade and get everything and just have this cool, make it have food and drinks and be able to watch the band live down here and be a part of it. And all that money could just go back to the nonprofit, but we'll probably set it up to be able to be like, hey, we're doing these concerts for free. If you'd like, just, donate some money to what we do because we're just trying to raise money so we can keep doing these things. We're trying to find more, excuse me, more of these things. Adam, talk.
I don't want to talk. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I've watched, I think every live stream that you've done with that, and it's definitely sounding better and better and better.
Yeah, we're working on that. Jim's trying to help me with that stuff.
It's probably going to be a little while. I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yeah, so not this most previous weekend, the weekend before last, we had a big issue. I have a sewer pipe, so the main line that comes out of your house, there's some roots issues that have really taken hold and really messed up my pipes, and I actually have to dig up my yard and replace about 15 feet of pipe in my yard, but the way to get to my main line clean out is where that whole setup was. So I had to tear part of the wall off, move all of the band stuff out, cover it all up. And so it's all going to have to be reset. But it was a bummer of a weekend because Saturday that all happened. And that was like, they're like, hey, it could be like $10,000, $15,000. And I'm like, this is a bad day. And then on Sunday, my fridge went out. So there was another $1,500. So, it's...
Life happens.
But from there, we're getting that stuff taken care of. Don't worry about it. But we want to do the concerts down here. That was just another quick hit thing. I just wanted to tell you. I
think honestly, we could save a couple of these for the end because I want to get into the June stuff.
Oh, okay, we can do that because there's just a lot of quick hits that we can do. I don't even have that on here. Go ahead and you can start talking about it. You talk about it.
So. Taking it back a little while. Look at where your mouse has that popped up, and it looks like I'm not there. I'm like, funny. Wait, what is happening?
Yeah, you're gone.
Right.
You haven't been here the whole time. Adam's never really existed.
Oh, Sixth Sense. I've actually never seen The Sixth Sense.
Whatever.
But it was ruined a million times before I ever saw it.
Culturally, I
just never
saw it in the theater because I'm an old man. But
yeah. But yeah, a lot of you guys saw on Instagram and have actually been asking me about it, which is interesting. I honestly didn't think it that was going to happen. But the Mirapolsky decks are completed. This is with Andre Mirapolsky. Long story short, if you don't know, he's a famous artist in LA. We had a local contact who's basically essentially his manager. I don't know if you would call him that, but that's, essentially, or agent,
it was
maybe.
like our throughway to him.
Yeah. And so we got hooked up with Andre. He painted 10 original skate decks with basically one of his styles with our logo on it. And we're going to auction those off and everything like that. But those are done. And I guess we should start with Friday, right?
Yes.
So,
because we've done this before, and we're partnering with Richland Source.
Yeah,
was the how all that started?
Yeah. So the original idea is, without the decks originally, June 6th, Richland Source is having an after hours event where we've worked with them and brought ramps and stuff like that to the back alley, and just had live music, free food, free alcohol, and regular drinks too
from local businesses. Doc's Deli brings food. The Phoenix brings drinks.
Yeah,
and,
so it's a good time. It's always a good time. The music is always good. The vibes are always good.
And it went really well with the skateboarding. We ended up with like skateboarders we hadn't skated with before. It was a lot of fun.
It was cool. So that was the original plan for June 6th. And then we were talking to Andre and his team, and basically we worked out that we want to do the reveal and the kind of displays first for these decks around the end of May, beginning of June. So we said, well, why not June 6th?
Tie it all in.
The same day. So I don't know. We still have to get this part confirmed as to where the decks will be displayed for that night.
Right.
Whether it's the Richland Academy or maybe Brass House. I know Brass House is going to display one or all of them. I'm not sure again either. But just for that night. And we decided kind of on a whim that we're going to basically create that whole block as the Skate Ohio Art Fair.
Yes. We'll shut it down again like we did before. We'll commission the city to be like, hey, we're going to take it down, which we need to get a hold of them and start doing. But, just like we did before, get it blocked off from Walnut to Mulberry and just make it a whole thing.
Yep. And
put ramps up there, put ramps behind where the after hours is going to happen.
Yep.
Have it all set up. Bring out artists, buskers.
Yep. Food trucks.
Yep.
And I believe Brass House confirmed that they'll be open that night. Andre will be in town. That's probably one thing that I forgot to say. But Andre will be in town, which is why we're making all this happen. And I think they're going to be displayed or revealed first in the Academy. We'll see, just because there's more room there for that night. And then we're going to do the kids can paint a deck with Andre, like a world famous artist. Brass House is going to be open. We're going to talk to, what is it, Blackbirds Records?
I think it's Blackbird.
Right next to them to see if they can be open and stuff.
Right, because they have some like Elton John stuff they want.
Yeah, they have Elton John, what is it?
Memorabilia?
Yeah, memorabilia.
Like
that they want to display in the shop, so people will go in there and look around. Again, music and stuff like that in the background. We're going to have people doing their own art on the sidewalks, like we said, food trucks, skateboarding up on 4th Street again and below, like BJ said. And it's just going to be a cool little event. I'm sure we'll get some face paint for the kids, somebody to do something, and stuff like that. Obviously a free event, and things like that. So that's just going to be amazing on Friday. And then we're going to tie it into Saturday, and you can take that part over.
Dude, we have partnered with the Ontario Center, the used to be Richland Mall.
Yep.
And we are going to have an Attack the Spot in the mall.
Yep.
Oh, wait, it's not that button. I wanted to bring up a picture. There we go. Let's move that over there and hit this button so you can see it.
So
right
we all
here.
know that spot. That looks like a picture from the 90s, but
It's when
that is
Macy's
the
was
spot.
open.
Yeah.
Probably early 2000s.
So right there in the center of the mall.
Center of the mall. This, like, it's not even, this is just the best I could do. This is all I could find. But this whole section is all going to be ramps.
Yep.
It's going to be gated off so that ramps are there and skateboarding happens. We're going to do full skateboarding. They're giving us some things, some mall things to skate so it can really feel like people are skating the mall.
There's going to be like kiosks and old trash cans and stuff like that. And
benches.
And things that you'll remember from the mall. There is an area here close, I don't want to give it away, that you will be able to skate that's actually part of the mall.
Oh, yeah.
And then that same day, I don't want to give away their business, but they're doing something massive that same day.
We're really tying it in
to
to their event. This is like to highlight their event.
So it's something that literally everybody will love from ages 5 to at
95.
least 40, if not older. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be all that day. So that's kind of like a 2-day event almost, June 6th and 7th.
Sure.
And then I don't know if you want to get into the other news or not with the Ontario Center.
Nothing is confirmed yet.
Yeah.
That one's a stay tuned. There's something that could be happening.
Yeah.
But it was just we submitted some stuff to them for something to possibly happen, but a lot of things have to fall in line. So shout out a prayer, man. Something crazy could happen at the mall.
I'm pretty confident that we can get something done in that regard.
Sure.
What it looks like, we have an idea.
Yep.
But again, there's a couple factors that we have to wait on, and it's literally just a waiting game. I keep telling BJ all I'm doing is refreshing my emails to be like, please. But I think,
come on, man.
Either way, whether this happens or not, the mall is actually very excited to have us with them.
Just wild.
And she, the manager of the mall basically said we can do events every 3 months. We can do them kind of however often we want. We've really developed an actual partnership with the mall.
So far.
And it could go deeper or even just stay where it's at, and that's super hype too.
Yeah, we'll take it.
But there's some potential very cool things that we're waiting on in that regard. But
which is just fantastic. We're so excited for anything that's happening.
And literally all this fell into our lap too.
Within like 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, both of these, the 6th and the 7th.
It was all like this weird, this is all happening.
And it all happened the week that the winter session stopped. So, it was cool. We did this, and then a couple days later, we had the competition.
Yep.
All good. But then it's like, okay, we immediately now know our next steps and stuff like that. Me and BJ have been very tired. And, we love you guys. We were excited for the winter sessions to stop only because it's very exhausting for us.
For us, it's wild.
For 7-8 weeks in a row.
We're really hoping whatever partnership we have can alleviate some of those things that make it exhausting.
Yeah. So we were tired, and then this again literally fell into our lap.
And then we had to go right back into action.
Yeah, which is good. It's definitely not a bad thing.
All right.
But actually, I don't know are we going to actually talk about winter sessions? Because I want to tell you about the thing with Justin.
Oh yeah, let's talk about winter sessions next. Yeah, that's our next.
But yeah, that's all cool stuff. Is there anything you want to add to those?
I wish there was more that we could say because they told us a lot of really cool stuff. The one thing that we can say is if there is a Facebook page or anything with the Ontario Center, you should be following it because this year is going to be crazy there.
Yeah, even just the plans they have in there, they showed us kind of the
if
board
nothing
that
happens with
on.
us, it's still going to just be awesome.
It's still going to the mall's going to be back. I'll tell you that right now.
For sure.
But yeah, winter sessions ruled.
We had so many people.
Yeah, we had
It was bonkers. Man.
I just counted it up. Well, I'd not physically counted, but like the Excel sheet told me.
Right.
We had 93 skaters sign up.
That's wild.
Which is crazy.
Thankfully, they didn't all show up on one night.
Yeah,
It would have been insane.
we averaged, I think, like 38 skaters a day or every Friday.
Every event.
And it's cool because 60 of them were under 18.
Which is wild.
And then
again, these are all
33
statistics
adults.
that help us get things done in the community.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a great few months. Yeah, I don't know. Every winter sessions kind of season is a little different.
Oh, for sure.
Because BJ always just builds like 10 new things every year.
I like building, man. That's like my favorite part.
But yeah, so it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And shout out to Home Depot for getting me that grant. So I made a lot of that stuff is made out of cabinet like grade lumber. A lot of like all of the transitions and stuff are 3/4 BC, which is like super expensive. But all in all, I think with everything we've partnered with them with, they've given us around $3,000.
Right.
It's just wild.
And we might be asking for more.
There's a possibility that I might go back to them and be like, I need a lot more.
Yeah.
Like a lot more.
Yeah. For a good reason, though.
Right. So yeah, no, winter sessions this year.
Winter sessions
and then we
ruled.
just had the final night, the celebration out at Stoke Run last Friday, and it was awesome. Stoke Run itself is just getting better and better, and the with them painting everything, man, I got to go really fast, like pumping bowl corners and stuff, and not worrying about slipping and slamming, and it was just completely different skate park. It was just so much fun, and everybody was saying the same thing. So it was just really cool. So shout outs to them for doing what they're doing. And I'm excited for all of the new changes they have coming too.
And I wasn't there Friday, but now this story's not going to live up to the hype. But it was just funny because the night of the competition, when we were packing up and everything, and I told Justin like I wasn't going to be there. And he was just giving me crap, as a friend or whatever. He's like, "What are you doing? You're not gonna be there. What's, and just giving me crap." And he's like, "What do you got going on that you can't be there?" And I just like puppy dogged eyed him, and I was like, "I want to spend a night with my daughter." And he was like, "Oh, that's okay, man. Yeah, I totally get that." And it was so
Turn
funny.
everything around.
Yeah. But it was funny, just because. Friday nights are usually the nights that me and Harper stays at my house, and
right.
That's kind of been a thing for a little while. So to tell her for 7 Fridays in a row,
it's like, no, we can't.
Not tonight. It's like, and I always say if she's awake by the time we're done, I can get her.
Right.
But we usually pack up 8:39, which normally would be fine, but on a Friday she's exhausted.
From
so
all week. It's
yeah.
You can really do.
But yeah, that's what I was wondering if Justin said anything.
I don't think he did.
It was just funny because he was like, "Oh yeah, totally, man. Yeah, uh-huh."
No, we had
I was like, "I'm just messing with you."
We had a ton of people show up, which was really cool, and people got to enjoy.
Did you give out those tokens? Or
I did.
Whatever.
Everybody got their tokens, and so there was one kid who tried to come back in and traded in for a drink at Stoke Run.
That's cute though. Was he like a young kid? He didn't.
No, it was like a teenager. It was funny. But yeah.
This Dairyland coin doesn't really work at Stoke Run's registers.
It was pretty funny. So we'll go Lexington updates next. So Lexington updates. Since we've done the podcast, so we did this whole thing where we showed up and we kind of showed them because I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this whole thing with getting access to be able to start doing some work. We can paint the fence. We can move some ramps. We can paint the ramps. We can get things ready.
Get things started
for when this happens, because it doesn't matter. Like right now, it's unskatable.
Right.
So it's who cares?
We can at least make it look good while it sits there empty.
There was clearly a miscommunication in there, and they're like, "Oh wow, if that's all you needed, you should have just asked." It was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It was just this weird miscommunication, but we've got it all kind of ironed out now. And but I don't remember if I told you this. Like, I think I may have told you, but It's one weird thing that just happened. So I talked to Todd, who runs the parks department there, and he is supposed to call me tomorrow, and we're supposed to set something up and just start talking and figuring some things out that way. And later that day, after I talked to Todd, I was down working at the Crossroads City Center. I was fixing some things down there, and we met super nice Ann. Ann, right?
Yep.
And met Ann, this nice lady. Her husband had passed away, and he had a bunch of skateboarding stuff, and she donated a lot of it to us. And it was funny when she opened the trunk, and there was just all this cool stuff in there. And I was like, "What was your husband's favorite?" And she's like, "Oh no, we kept all this." I'm like, "Cool," because that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, "We're not taking that."
Yeah.
But she gave me these cool things. There's all these old boards that he had stuff that he had found at like garage sales and stuff. I think a lot of it's gonna end up being like cool trophy stuff.
Yeah.
These other things. So we're in this gaming area that Jonathan down at the city center had done, and he asked me, he's like, "Hey man, you never told me what you thought of my skateboards on the wall." He has these very Walmart skateboards on the wall. One with a Pac-Man with a little thought bubble that says, "I was born in the '80s," and
Yeah, you told me that.
and there was like these ninja. There was one that's a Ninja Turtle one. It's like, all right, fine. And then the other one is just a bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, what'd you think of my skateboards?" And I'm like, "I hate them." And he's like, "Oh,
BJ's too honest.
I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Lie to you, dude?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "They're terrible. You could have come to me and I could have given you cool ones."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You know what?" He's like, "Well, what's cooler than this?" I'm like, "Stop it."
Everything.
I'm like, I'm like, "Actually, I probably got something cool in my truck right now that Ann gave us." So I ran out there. I'm digging through the boards, kind of looking, and there's an old Grosso board. And it just looks really cool, very like city centric, so it fit like the downtown vibe. And I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome!" And I turn around, and it's Bobby Jarve right there,
Bobby Jarve,
the mayor of Lexington in downtown Mansfield. I don't know what he's doing. He's walking on Walnut, and I turn around, and he's right there, and I'm like, "Ah, what are you doing here?"
Right.
And he's just like, "Hey, he wasn't there to see me or anything. I think he was just walking down there."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, it's like, can we set up a meeting to talk here soon?" And I'm like, "I already talked to, Todd this morning. He's going to call me next week and we'll talk about this." He's like, "Okay." And we just like shook hands. I'm like, "Have a good day." And he left.
Right.
And I'm like, "I don't think anybody's going to believe me. This is weird."
It's like Bill Murray stealing a fry.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
Hey, you've heard that, right?
Oh yeah.
He does
Absolutely.
that a lot.
But I gave that board to the city center down there so they could mount that on the wall. I'm like, "Yeah, get that nonsense out."
Right.
Pac-Man. "I was born in the '80s." Stupid.
Dude, I do want to say too, I mean, I know we have a little bit more Lexington updates, but it's so interesting. I almost made a status about this. In the last like 10 years, so I've lived in Mansfield about 15 years, aside from like 2 years in Lexington, but basically 15 years. And up until this last like year or two, I've never seen anybody really skating up and down the sidewalks or the street or anything. Dude, I see like 2 or 3 people a day now.
That's awesome.
With skateboards, like either carrying them.
Sure.
There was 2 kids on my way here that was skating in the rain. I was like, whatever.
All right, kids.
But
whatever. That's good.
yeah, it's just like, I don't know. You just mentioned like sidewalks and stuff. And
Funny.
yeah, I just see kids every day. It's weird.
So
I mean, not weird,
today I put together a full outline, printed out pictures,
What?
and did all this other stuff.
An outline? What?
Yeah, I did this
What?
full outline. And
Wait. I don't even know what this outline's about. I've been telling BJ for 3 years to just make an outline for one of the things we're doing.
Oh yeah, we don't do any of that.
Don't say we.
I don't do any of that.
And now you just surprised me with, "Oh, I made an outline."
I just decided to make this outline because I wanted to go to C&G again, and I wanted to drop something off that was maybe more tangible than what I did last time. Because it's been
But you don't ask
not
the
quite a
outline
year.
guy. Okay.
I just made it happen. I had time this morning. I made it happen. And so I took it over there. I was trying to get into the main office, and I was standing there for goodness knows. It
They
was
knew
probably
you were up to
18
something.
to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was standing there, I'm like, somebody's got to come out eventually. Because I knew where I was supposed to go. I had to go to HR. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm going to try. Maybe
I want to go to
somebody will walk in.
management.
maybe some sort of management will walk in and I could catch them and be like,
Right.
"Hey, no, I'm trying to do this." Nothing. They just like stonewalled me. It was like, whatever, fine. I know where I'm supposed to go. So I went over to where the HR was, and I caught that lady, and I kind of told her everything, and I showed her everything in there. I'm like, here's an outline of what it is. Here's, Ashley's phone number at Arcelor if you want to talk to her about how it was to partner with her. This whole thing. And I just showed her everything. I had pictures of, I'm like, here's the deterioration of the current park and why it's unskateable. This whole thing. And if I'm like the fold, dude, in the fold, I just slid it through the little thing past the glass to her. And I'm like, please, it would be just fantastic if C&G would partner with us. We find that it's better if a local company would partner with us and fully fund these things because we can really benefit the most. And I had everything in there that you needed to know.
Yeah.
And I felt better at least dropping that off because last time it was like, here's some weird pictures.
Right.
And we want to fix the park. And it was like nothing to it. But hopefully this time this will get
what she
to
did?
The right person.
Right when you walked out. Not even just the trash. She went shredder first, then the trash.
I worked so hard on that. I really hope not, because I worked hard on
I'm
that.
sure you have it saved.
I have it saved, and I'm going to make more of them so that I can take them to other businesses.
I was thinking about that, too, with the pitch thing we worked on.
Yeah.
We need to make that, but like a generic one. Because that one was...
Well, that's the thing. That's the whole thing that Caleb keeps trying to do is get that pitch deck done. And we had some people like kind of in line to help us with that, and that just kind of fell through.
Yeah.
So we're just...
I don't think this is technically a pitch deck, but it kind of is. And it can be used as such, which is fine.
It's still just something like we can... Like I used a lot from that and changed words.
Yeah.
Instead of saying this, I made it Lexington.
Right. So just so you know, what I did for the whole thing is I type it out, throw it in Chat GPT, make it sound good, and then throw it right back in.
Yeah. And
it just sounds way better.
Right.
But so we made one for a specific thing we're trying to do. But yeah, we shouldn't update that to be more generalized.
I know. We have to take like
the problem is to be generalized. To be generalized, we have so many things that we can do, so it's going to be kind of difficult.
I think that the generalization will be how can people donate to us?
Yeah.
And for what we can
do. But for what? And then now you have a list of 30 things.
Yeah. I don't know. We're trying.
We'll make it work. I have
no idea. We probably got time for a couple more. What do you want to hit?
I mean,
the new rail.
It's only 7:47, so we got time.
Really?
Yeah,
we have time. Well, I have to pee. You know what? I've got this new "We'll be right back" button.
Hey,
I'm gonna pee. We'll be right back. I'm gonna hit this button. I think somewhere. Where's the "be right back"?
Can you find the button?
I'm gonna find it. Oh, right there. Boom, burb, bruz. Okay.
We back.
Sorry about that. Dude, my mom bought soap.
That's such a weird visual right after you get back from the bathroom.
My mom bought this soap for down here, and it smells awful. I need to change it out. I don't know. Whatever. That's silly, but I hate that. I hate weird soap. Give me like just regular soap. Freaking hate it.
All right, man.
Whatever.
Whatever you want.
This has been Soap Talk with the Soap Boys. We wear soap shoes.
I want some soap shoes.
I bet they still exist. Look them up.
They do. Well, they were sold out last time I looked.
Shut up.
They
They're
were
like selling. Oh, you know what I wanted to show you real quick, just so that you could see it? Watch video. Over here. So I went to just look up the Ontario Center, Ontario, Ohio. Yes?
Yep.
This is I just Googled it, hit images.
Yep.
What do you see? What do you see? What do you see?
Oh, what?
We come up.
Hey!
We're like the 10th image that comes up in Google.
Go.
It's weird that it's us and it's nobody else from that nonprofit event.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they post us?
It's on the Ontario Center.
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Facebook, I see.
How crazy is that?
That's weird.
I kept that up because I was just looking for that picture to show where we're gonna be, but then there we are.
Fire.
It's crazy,
Fire.
ain't it? Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, actually, the picture next to us, we should, that one.
Oh, this one.
We should mention that
Okay,
too.
hold on, watch video. Yep.
Because
Oh yeah, that's the best thing in the world, right
they
there.
did mention during the skate event in the mall, anybody that we know, well, she said free, right?
For us, she said free. So, I guess right now, if you are a vendor or you want to promote something, if you want a kiosk at the mall during our event on June 7th, make sure you reach out to us. info@skateohio.com.
Yep.
Email us, tell us, hey, we want a kiosk.
Yeah.
And we can get you one. We can get you in there for free for like the first
one or two events.
one or two events we do.
She's just
You
trying
can do
to
that.
feel it out too, but
But even if you need it just for the weekend, $25.
yeah. And I think she said, I could be wrong. I think she said you have to pay by noon on Friday.
Yep.
And you get it for Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, those days that
My wife's going to be there. Magical Vacation Planner by Hannah Price.
that's a
is
great
gonna
one.
be there.
That's a great one. But yeah, if you guys come out and kind of more or less schedule it through us, kind of.
Yes, we can, because we'll give her a list.
Yeah, you can get it for free for up to at least 4 days. I don't know more. But yeah, she's trying some stuff out. She's willing to see what's good, how things are going.
After that terrible weekend I had, that was just such a needed
Yeah.
event.
That
that's when we
meeting-
went that Monday after my terrible weekend.
A week ago today.
Yeah, and we went and talked to her, and it was just like I couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I was just so gosh darn
Yeah, and
happy.
shout out to Crystal too.
Crystal's awesome.
Which is
Crystal, Michelle, they're all awesome.
Yeah. And everything, like, honestly, we didn't need to say anything.
No.
Because they were just like, we can do this, and you can do this, and this is free, and then this, and you can skate on this. And it's like, yes, like to everything, please.
I don't know. My mom's in here, and she said it does not. Oh, the soap. Mom, that soap smells terrible.
Cheryl got called out. I would never do that to you, Mom.
I love you, Mom.
I
but
would never do that.
You have the worst taste in soap.
You know what just happened?
At your house, my house, anyone's house, you have the worst taste in soap. Just get some Dial or some Dawn. Even Dawn dish soap.
You know
is
what just
better.
happened?
What?
You dug yourself into a hole, and now I'm the favorite.
Well, that's fine.
I'm the favorite
You can
son.
be, when I will stand on business when it comes to soap, and when I'm washing, it still smells.
Mom, I don't care what soap you put in BJ's house. Keep doing it. I'm on your side.
I'm not at all. Like, it's just the worst soap, and Dad will back me up. We have these conversations.
What's the fragrance?
It is
Some cedar wood or something?
no. It's not that. It is like
Moss.
strawberry citrus.
Oh, that's fire, dude.
You know what? Stay right there. I'm gonna go get it.
Look, dude. I'm all about the smell goods. If you've known me for a while, I'm all about candles, which is crazy. Why does the most amount of people watch us when we're having a soap debate? No way. No way. What's that stuff that either tastes like soap or doesn't? chives or something?
No, it's cilantro.
Cilantro.
I love cilantro.
This is your cilantro.
It is, dude. This is
I think it smells wonderful.
lemon cloudberry.
I gotta be honest, it does not look that appealing. Well, you said strawberry citrus. That's very different.
Well, it's lemon. Lemon is
so
citrus.
different. I'm thinking like strawberry orange or something.
You're welcome, Mom. I love you.
Yeah. No, she's talking to me. You're not a son anymore.
Oh, this is terrible. This is going in the trash. I'm sorry.
No, I'll take it.
It's going to Adam's house.
Hold
your
on, let me
favorite
smell
son's
it.
house. All right, hold on.
Let me smell it. All right. And no matter what, I'm going to tell you it's a 10, Mom. I'm going to tell you it's a 10. My face might not, but my mouth.
Welcome to Mom Talk.
I'm actually kind of scared, and I don't know why.
Dude, just smell it. It smells awful. I hate it.
Bro, that smells so good.
It's not
That
that.
smells so good.
It smells like a pretty girl.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I don't have one of those, dude. Let me have it.
All right, touche.
Thanks, Ma.
I better get some soap down here quick because this is weird, dude. Here's Dad Talk. Welcome to Dad Talk.
We went from Mom Talk to Dad Talk.
Over to Dad Talk. And dude, my kids like poop down here all the time, and it drives me nuts.
Why?
Because
This is a safe space. I would always do it down here rather than up there.
They are just they're
Nobody judges
boys.
you
they're
down
like
here, dude.
10-year-old boys, and they don't clean up properly.
Well,
it's like
sure.
This bowl is always somewhat dirty, and it drives me nuts.
Well,
Okay. Whatever.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
She doesn't mean that.
Oh, she does though.
I still got the grandbabies. I don't know what to tell you.
I got a cuter one.
All right.
She's a girl by default.
Debatable. I mean, I could put Weston up against her. Weston's got beautiful, long, flowing,
He does.
golden hair.
He does.
Oh, that was the other thing. So we had to be out for the winter sessions. Bringing it back, winter sessions. We had to be out by a certain day because we do at the church we do a thing called the tag sale, where it's a big garage sale. People from the community bring stuff that they would put in a garage sale, and it's like a 3-day event in the gym. And all the proceeds they make on all the stuff they sell in there goes towards missions. And I think this year it's focusing on all the youth go to Louisville to do a missions trip where they go and help build houses and do these things. So that's that part. But anyway, today when I was in there, it's fun because like people who work at the church or people who are like helping with it, they get to walk around first and kind of see, oh, what's here? I'll buy that. I'll do this.
Right.
But there was this thing that everybody kept calling the princess chair. And
did you get it for me?
No, I didn't. No, you wouldn't fit. It was very small.
Hey, that's body
it's
shaming.
Smaller than these.
Illegal.
These
You're canceled. You're no longer president. I'm president.
Oh no!
We took over, and now I'm appointing you back to vice president.
No, because I still have to do things. You could just
I know.
have both. You can be both.
No,
President and vice president. I'm out.
I think you would be better at both. And it's just a title, dude. Who cares? Who cares?
It doesn't matter. Still got to do
We've
your
always
job.
said it doesn't matter. Let's just trade, dude. Who cares?
It's just like this week, Adam is president.
Ha! And then you just see stock. No interviews. WMFD hates us because I said something wrong. They'll never be back.
But the princess chair was this red chair, round, but it had this skirt around the legs.
Perfect.
So it was like this. It was a velvet red chair. And they kept calling it the princess chair. And this older lady who was there, she's like, you need to get it for your princess. And then another lady who's there, she's like, he has all boys. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, my middle kid has long, beautiful golden hair. I mean, I guess he could be a princess. She's like, don't do that. I'm like,
don't do that.
Maybe he wants to be pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's so funny.
So yeah. What's next on the list, Adam? What do you want to talk about?
We got to shout out Liberty, honestly.
Yes, we do. So
Liberty doing big things.
There was an awesome Richland Source article that just came out. Shout outs to Gage. Shout outs to Tanner.
Oreo. I said Oreo. Ori. Because I've been watching. So J Films, who did the Skate Across America.
Oh, yeah.
He's skating across Japan right now. So It's awesome. These videos are great. But
That's
his
cool.
partner with him is Oreo, so that's why I said
Got
Oreo.
it.
But yeah, shout out Ori.
Shout out all of
I
them.
almost said it again. Shout out Brennan because I know he's obviously a big part of it
Big
too.
part of it. But yeah, shout out to those guys because it seems like they're going to get 10 grand for the next 10 grand a year for the next 3 years for development and upgrades
Yep.
to the
And, like,
Liberty Park, which is
equipment-
fantastic.
Equipment to make like
I can't
probably
even
certain
imagine
things.
what they can get with 10 grand.
Especially all concrete.
That's so amazing.
And no
I hope
labor
one of
costs.
those years, 10 grand should get them a mini, right?
Yeah.
Gage, if I, I love you, you love me. We talk all the time.
Well,
I'm just saying a mini would be great.
And I
Just saying.
think I saw something about
And if you don't, it's fine. I don't care.
I think I saw something about the city matching whatever they get.
Yeah,
So
we don't quite understand the whole thing. We'll have to get clarification.
way,
we'll have to have
but
Gage back on.
keep
He's
in
been on
mind
before.
too, still donate to Liberty though. Don't think like that they got this 10 grand, they're good to go.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously very beneficial and that's a ton, but still make sure to donate directly, especially if it's some type of matching thing. I don't know
for
if it is
sure.
or not.
Yeah, that might match up to 10 grand.
Right, something like that. So, but either way, still donate straight to Liberty. I know they have an Instagram that has their links. I know if you go into Brass House, they have a little donation box, and obviously there are links there too.
They'll have a way to...
Yeah, you can reach out to us. We can send you to the right people, whatever.
Yeah, we'll put you in touch with whoever we need to put you in touch with.
But still, actually, right after that dropped, somebody reached out to me and was like, "Hey, how do I get my banner on the fence?" And I was like, "Reach out to
they're not
Tanner."
Lexington. They're going to let you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're gonna let you or not, but
That's true.
But yeah, so I directed her to Tanner and Gage, and
They'll
we'll
take
see
care
if
of it.
we'll see if they get a little bit more money from her too. So
Shout outs to them for getting that. And just
Yeah.
shout outs to them for what
everything, honestly.
everything. They encourage us when we're down because there's been instances they showed up to Lexington that meeting.
Yeah, that was
they didn't
amazing.
need to, and that just and it's just like we support local skateboarding. I'm like of anybody in the world who does, you do.
Yeah,
100%.
And I want to say too, and we've said this before, but it's probably been a year or two, honestly, or maybe a year and a half. They're honestly the ones that started all of this. Like,
for
all
sure.
of this momentum anyway. I think we were technically officially a nonprofit like the week or the week before or something.
And we were just honestly getting it to try to muscle them getting their adopt a park. That's all we wanted.
So they signed it like a week or two later, and ever since then the whole community has popped off because we just became a nonprofit. We hadn't done much at that point. We had some
we did winter. I think
and-
that were the winter sessions, and we did.
but not at that point. That was after.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I thought we had our first winter sessions because it was that trash year where we just
Yeah,
had,
I don't
like,
know.
2
Maybe we
ramps.
did. Well, yeah, because we did do 1 year when we weren't a nonprofit yet.
Yes.
So we did that. But that's just, honestly, that first year was just 20, 30 people total.
Yep.
And just some mellow stuff. A couple, now that we look back, the tiniest ramps ever.
Because
We had like 4 things.
I want to puke when I watch that. I'm
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
were we doing?
You gotta build it up. But so we did a little bit of stuff, but nothing really. Just kind of some community stuff because we weren't a nonprofit yet. We became a nonprofit. They signed their paper like within a week or two.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think that was like September, maybe late August ish. And then in January or right before Christmas, Brass House opened
Oh, that's right.
and did their like pop up, like
Yep.
open for a day or two or whatever it was type event.
It was fun.
So they did that. And then they actually officially opened in January. And then February was when we did our first like real winter sessions with the live stream comp and everything
was
like
wild.
that. Yeah. So,
Man.
but Liberty was the first one to really kick everything off.
Yeah, they're the reason.
And they were working on that for a couple years to get that done too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
We got to shout out them, and we can't forget about Liberty DIY. It's
never.
the one in our backyard, and it's the one that obviously we have like a personal relationship with like Shelby that a lot of people don't because of the hours that we spent there and stuff.
So many hours.
But still, Liberty DIY is probably the best. Like, to be honest, Shelby has a different style.
Yeah, I love all of them. Like, I can't
For
wait
different
to
reasons.
see. Give it another 3 years.
Yeah,
Liberty
Liberty's
is
gonna
going
be
to be
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's going to be halfway to 9th Street.
Uh-oh. We disconnected.
Are we there?
Through Restream, it looks like we disconnected.
Throw it in the chat if you can hear us.
Hello.
Hello? Question mark.
Yeah, it's not.
No chat, no chat.
Please enable channels here. It, like, disconnected everything? That's weird. Sign in. Hold on.
Hold on, timeout. Hold up.
Hold up.
I just put a yo in there.
We're there. That's weird.
Weird. Okay, whatever. We're almost done anyway.
Yeah.
As long
we got
as
a
it's
few more
recording.
things to talk about. All right. We're good there. That was weird.
Odd. I put a yo in the chat and it hadn't come through yet, so.
Yeah, there may be a problem there. Anyway,
Odd.
catch it on its whatever that we're doing. Anyway, a couple more things to talk about.
Liberty
So,
rules. That's all I'm
Liberty
saying.
rules. That's all we're saying. Let's save
New rail.
that. Let's save that. Let's talk about the new rail at Shelby. So, ArcelorMittal made us another. Was it? Oh, it looks like it's working again. Yeah, it's working again. Let's go. Oh, Twitch is broken. That's what it is.
Interesting.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Either way. So, what was I doing? Oh, right. The new rail at Shelby. So last year, I talked to them. I said we had this one rail. It would be really cool to have this other rail to complement it, kind of a slanted rail, round rail. It'd be really cool to see if you guys could build us one more rail. It would really round out the park and make it something special. And, of course, they were like, yep, sure, we'll have it done.
Yeah.
And they got it done, and I was just talking to them, like texting back and forth, and I'm like, hey, when the weather breaks, I'm going to come do that. It finally broke. We got a little video out of us doing that. And so we, I went with Brent Christie.
Shout out, Brent.
Brent's awesome. He met me there, and of course, we had the same issues we always do. But we got it done. We got it installed. It's awesome. And we got to skate it a little bit just to kind of test it out. It's fantastic. It really complements the park. But yeah, get out to Shelby. We will have an event at Shelby.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of contractually obligated to do like one event a year at any park that we fix or establish.
Yeah.
So we'll be there to do another, just small event, maybe do some sort of competition or just cash for tricks or just a cookout. Cookout would be fun.
And
bring
just,
your family.
Just so you know, too, because you said like an angled rail, it goes from 10 to 14 inches.
Correct.
So it's good for everybody, really. You could at least start low enough and then ride up. Maybe not everybody can ollie onto the top of it, but you can at least, board slide low and try to get up.
And it's nowhere near as bad as you think. If you're there, you're just like, oh, yep. This
How long is it? 6 foot, 8 foot?
It's 8 foot.
8 foot. That's what I
It's an
figured.
8 foot rail. It's just like the other one. So it's meant to complement the shotgun rail.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the idea. So that's in place now. Go check it out. Send some clips to Skate Ohio of you skating that new
share 'em
rail.
for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And if you ever just meet anybody from ArcelorMittal, thank them for their service.
Yep.
I guess is that.
Well, they're not in the Army.
I know,
but actually, a lot of them probably are.
But they were fantastic. The best
Yeah.
partner we could have ever hoped for
Yeah.
in doing what we do.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Let's hit. Yeah, those last two.
Yeah. Well, actually, let me show you. Like, okay, I had this thing happen.
A midlife crisis.
Not a midlife crisis, but I've never been interested in a tattoo. I've never wanted a tattoo, but something happened recently that I'm like, that if I was going to get a tattoo, some version of this is what I would get. And it just it hit me hard. I've never had that feeling before.
Okay.
And this was like the first time. So I'll bring up an image and we'll go over to watch video. So here, as you can see here, this is Guatemala, if I remember correctly. So this is Guatemala.
Guatemala.
But what it is it's this part here. And Darlene, one of my favorite people in the world at the church, told me this story where this represents the gospel. So it's Christ came to earth, died for our sins, walked out of the grave on the third day, ascended to heaven, and he's coming back. It's just this very simple arrows and cross, right?
Yep.
It's cool, but to be able to share the gospel, there's one of our partners there in Guatemala. He has it tattooed on the inside of his arm.
Do it like right here.
Yeah, he has it like right in here.
Yeah.
You know, it's something simple, but he's like, oh yeah, if he ever talks to somebody and he's, you know, talking about Jesus, he's like, oh yeah, like he just pulls his sleeve up and he's like, yeah, so this, and that was the first time I was ever like convicted, and I'm like, I could do that, and I think that would be cool. It would be kind of interesting to see if I could like talk to Ori or somebody and be like, hey, you see this idea right here? I'd love to see your interpretation of these arrows and stuff, and see what he comes up, because obviously he does all our artwork and we love everything he does.
Right.
I think he could come up with something cool.
For sure.
And anyway, it is kind of middle. I'm buying Skechers. I bought a head shaver. I'm going to actually lose all of
I
what's
wasn't going to
remaining.
mention nothing, but the thing is, you already know your head shape. You can tell your head shape.
Yeah.
So you're like, it'll be okay.
It's already, like, if I look at me from the back in pictures and stuff, it's just like, I'm already bald. I mean, it's just the worst. It's just, it's hard to lose, because from the front, I have a real rough time. Like, I'm really upset about having to do this, but it's just
the
like,
thing is,
the next phase for me.
So did you buy the one that you just, so I will say, I don't know anything about this because I got phenomenal hair. But Jerry's bald, my best friend. He's been bald since he was like 25, 26.
Yeah.
I will say, he always says those head ones aren't the best.
Okay.
Just because they don't get everything like as close as you want.
Okay.
So
we'll see, because this one had phenomenal, you know.
But
it's like $150 one that I got for like under $50 because
nice.
Sales and
he razor shaves like every 2 or 3 days. That's the thing, you got to keep up with it. Yeah,
I absolutely could. I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's just, I'm interested in how this is going to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be okay with it. But it's also, it'll grow to this within a week.
Right.
If I really wanted it to.
So BJ is thinking about getting his first tattoo. Mm-hmm. I have roughly 20-ish. And then just so you guys know, you're not going to be able to see this. This is the list of other tattoos that I want.
You're just
so there's plenty that I'm going to keep getting.
That's just absurd. The one that would be so meaningful to be able to explain the gospel when I need to, and just having it here somehow, some way. And I think underneath my scar is even better.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's the first time I've ever thought. Like, because when I was a kid, I'm like, well, I want to do this or I want to do that. I wanted a Ninja Turtle, like the comic book version, right on here.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s.
Right.
But none of it was like, I always thought better. I'm like, I'm not gonna like that in 10, 20 years or whatever. But something like that, so simple.
That's why most of mine are the lyrics that like mean something to me. But I actually saw one the other day that I want to get to. It's very simple like that. And he just had it right here. And it was just a plus and then a line and a minus. And that's it. And it was just basically like, be in the middle. There's good, there's bad, but it's all neutral. Like, be cool, be calm, and all that. And I was like, I kind of like that. It's really simple. It's nothing special. But I was like, maybe add it to the list. We'll see.
Interesting. Just because I don't know how I'll feel after, if I get it and after I get it, where like, I understand it's like, oh, people usually want more. And I'm like, I've never wanted one. And this is the only one I've wanted. And this is the only reason I've wanted it. So
it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Yeah.
But which one do you want to end on?
That last one probably, or Attack the Spots, but we got plenty of time for that.
Those aren't. Yeah,
those are hypotheticals.
We'll wait on those because those aren't concrete yet.
Yeah.
The last one is so I've met with the city of Mansfield a few times just about different possibilities of us doing stuff in Mansfield, as in doing other parks besides Liberty in Mansfield in some way. And but one that's kind of been on Adam and I's heart for a while is the Maple Lake Park area. Liberty is way on this side, Maple Lake Park's way on this side. So let's get both sides and then start working our way into the middle. And so Maple Lake Park, we're going to probably, they told us, like, if we want to build something there, we should really have an event there. Excuse me. Some sort of event there. They'll take down one of the tennis nets for us, and we'll have one tennis court. We'll put ramps up, have an event, have a cookout, have a bunch of people out there and kind of gauge the community and see how they feel about a skate park in that area. And then we will like work from there to be like, okay, how is this going to work? We've talked several different ways. We had a teaser in it of like that one video we did.
Yeah.
Where we were at that exactly where I want to.
She will be mine.
Yes. Oh, yes. But yeah, that's the next, probably the next event coming in May. We'll do a Maple Lake Park event, some sort of cookout.
A real simple thing, nothing elaborate or anything
crazy.
like that.
It'll just be let's bring ramps down here. Let's set them up and let's gauge the community. Let's try to invite people in the community. Come down and see who we are, what we do, and how positive this community is. And you'll really want it in your area, that type of thing. So that's kind of our...
BJ's even brought it up, too. Like, you know, if we have to, we can put, like, soundproofing on the fence. Like,
yes, like
if we have to.
That was one thing that they brought up to me is like, oh, those tennis courts are really close to housing on the back. And I'm like, we could also raise the money to put up fencing for sound barriers. And which we would be happily do.
Yeah.
I could talk to Home Depot and see if we can get a grant for fencing and try to do that.
I'm curious now that we're talking about this like out loud more. Like obviously we've talked about this, but I'd be almost more curious. Like I wonder if we can time it up with like weather to where we can leave stuff out for like a day or two. Just because it's interesting because we are going to be asking the community how they feel, but that's going to be the loudest it's ever going to be. Sure. So, like, how would they feel if it was just a day or two of kids just skating however they want? Like 3 of them, 5 of them, because that's going to be the majority of the time.
Yeah.
So,
and I wonder, like, I mean, we have to gauge all that with the Parks Department in the city.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could do something to where, you know, if weather holds and stuff, you know, a Friday or whatever, we'll set some stuff up at like, say 2-3 o'clock and just let everybody skate and just, you know, hey, this is a normal day. Like this is what a normal day would be like. And then Saturday, this is the loudest it's ever going to be.
Sure.
Like once or twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and then just have the community understand that and be like, is that okay for once a year? And then this is your normal sound, you know?
Yep.
Something like that. So just something to think about.
Yeah, it's just something we're trying to do. We really want to get more parks in the Mansfield area. We want to get these micro park-ish things established.
We're hoping for 2 to 3 micro parks.
That would be fantastic.
And I mean, obviously, again, we're dreamers. That's kind of, but if we had Liberty and 3 micro parks all within a 5-6 mile radius, I mean, that's gonna bring multiple skaters to the area
for sure,
which filters everybody into Brass House.
Yep.
You know, and it just, you know, we all make new relationships, everything like that.
I'd be really curious to see how many of those gift cards, the $300 worth of gift cards we threw out at Winter Sessions made it back to Brass House.
Well, they all will eventually.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was just like, I hope this really supports.
Well, we also strategically gave it to people
that we knew were going to do something with them.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
So,
but yeah, that's kind of an update of all the nonsense that we've been up to.
Yeah, there's more too.
There's so much more, and we just wanted to give our best update that we can. There's more things on the list. There's a ton of stuff we didn't put on the list, and there's a ton of stuff we can't even say.
Yeah,
like legally say out loud yet.
Yeah, right. But that's my problem, dude. I hear one little like positive thing, and I'm like I want to tell everybody.
We got to tell the world,
please.
Yeah, that's kind of how we work.
Yeah,
which is not great in certain situations.
We just bounce around everything, and it's like we didn't say it.
Yeah,
we didn't say it. You can't prove it.
So yeah, again, just shout outs Off the Tongue Podcast Network. We do have a Patreon, and that might roll over into some sort of. I saw
we got $14 the other day.
We did $14 just chilling for us.
Hey.
And that there's gonna be other things coming. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna try to be more consistent. There's a lot of stuff coming that we're trying to, again, it's all logistics. It's trying to figure out how we make all these things happen.
Right.
Who knows? One day, hopefully Adam will be able to quit work and do the nonprofit full time, and we'll be able to pay him.
I hate giving Pfizer chemicals every day. That's literally my job. If you guys didn't know, I'm the person that sends Pfizer like 80% of their chemicals across the United States. And I don't like it.
It'd be fantastic to get him focused on skateboarding stuff and being able to do that for a living. I love my job. I'd love to do this more. And I think there's an avenue for both for my job, but for Adam,
my mental health is farther on the edge.
Yes, we need to get him 100% doing the skateboarding stuff, because we joke all the time. If he and I did this full time, how much we would get done weekly,
right?
Daily,
yeah.
Like just how much? Like I would talk to probably 100 businesses a week.
Well, and that's the thing too. That's like, and my boss does know, like, that I stopped asking for promotions. Sure. I'm like, the next thing I'm doing is the nonprofit. Yeah. Like, either I'm going to be stuck here in this position, that's fine, but my goal is to get into that full time in some capacity. And just with what we've pulled off already,
it's nuts.
And what we can pull off, like, I have zero doubts that we could get the amount of funding we need in the next few months easy for various different things
that are coming that will sustain us. Like this is the first year I haven't spent any of my own personal money on the nonprofit.
And like, keep in mind too, like, BJ is really the one that like runs around and talks to all these businesses. His job's a little more lenient to where he can kind of
a lot more lenient
move around and stuff. I'm kind of locked down for 45, 50 hours a week. And my job's getting to the point to where it's getting more and more difficult that I can't put it off during the day to work on this as much. I still do.
Right.
Shout out to work if you're watching. But they know. But yeah, like, it's just, we collectively probably put in 20 hours a week on this, give or take. Yeah.
At least.
And it's like, dude, we could get so much done. That's all I'm saying. Like,
if this was all I was meant to do,
especially
not only would I be doing all that, I'd be streaming. I'd be, it'd just be a consistent flow.
Especially with my ADHD and his gumption. It's like, how many ideas I have?
Like, we talk about it all the time.
It's
all
just like, what do you need?
Calculate.
We could do this.
Yeah. We think.
The art fair
constantly.
thing came out of nowhere. We were like, let's display these. And then we're like, but then we could do this.
It was like an hour conversation on the phone. I remember I was sitting in the auditorium at church, and we were just talking about these potential things that it could be.
And they're all relatively easy to accomplish.
We can make happen.
Yeah.
And like, we could have it all lined up now if we didn't have, jobs.
If I, wasn't, like, my egg wasn't cracking in my noggin.
Tell me about it.
But it's good. We're not complaining. We're definitely not complaining. This is amazing.
We're very blessed.
And
100%.
if this is how it's going to be for the next 20 years or however long, that's fine. I don't mind.
We're here to make it happen.
Yeah. And we never anticipated any type of, making a living off of this by any means.
No, that's not why we do it. It's not why we started it. It's not the whole deal. It's the whole part of it is to get this done. Like, that's the thing, is like, when I'm presenting to businesses, I'm like, I want to make this the best for you, because it's important that you come on board, because this has to be done for this community.
Right.
This community is more important.
Right.
It's not for us. It's not for us to do these things or say we did it. Whatever. The Village of Lexington can say they did it all. They're the ones that talked to them. They got the donations. Whatever. If the park's done, we don't care.
Yeah, we've never cared about credit. Like, there's never one time when, unless it's like completely.
There are
like
times
crazy.
that Adam and I will be just like, you mean the thing that we did? That's the most it comes to, is he and I just joking back.
But we,
forth.
I've never, and I have a feeling you haven't either. when anybody's like, oh, so and so did this or whatever, blah blah blah,
Who
did
cares?
this, and it was actually us. I've never corrected anybody.
No,
I don't care.
never.
Like
That's
it's
not
just
why
like
we're
whatever.
there.
Like yeah, they could take the credit, or this person could do that. Like whatever. Like
Because the main thing that we like, a lot of people come up to us about Liberty, and we're like, that's not us.
no.
That is not us. We can tell you the exact two people. Like, I got the okay from Tanner and Gage, and I'm like, am I allowed to give your names when
Right.
people try to say it's us and we try to correct
Yeah.
them? They're like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, we
Like,
definitely
it's
give
Tanner
names.
and Gage. We didn't do anything
Yeah.
there.
We were there. We were in a picture or two. And
Yeah, that's the thing is we say, we're like, when they have build days, we show up just like you should.
Yeah. Well, and it's like it's the same thing. Them showing up to Lexington, right?
Yes.
We just support
Same
each
deal.
other in every aspect. But yeah, like we would rather, we definitely obviously give credit to Liberty, but we would rather somebody take credit, like another nonprofit or whatever, take credit for something we do.
Whatever.
We would rather that happen than us ever be like, hey, that was us. Like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna let it slide. Like, who cares? Because it's not about us. It's about the
Even though
kids
we
and the
know
community.
that like jumping in front of the camera and acting like an idiot gets us gets recognition
Yeah.
for the nonprofit, that stuff we do
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
but it's,
there is marketing and networking,
Yes.
and that's the one side that we're starting to find over here is, neither of us really love that aspect, but
No.
the people we've met have been awesome, and there's not really been a downfall by any means.
we also talk about I don't know how amazing it would be to just go to a Skate Ohio event and then enjoy it and just leave
Right? What? That would be crazy.
instead of having to do all the setup, the pre stuff, the making sure
Yeah.
everybody's having a good time. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It's a lot.
That means we got to hire people and make
Yeah.
them all do it.
We do need to get to that point.
We need money first.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get there.
Yep.
I believe in us.
Question
Oh,
mark? But that's been our motto for the last 3 years. I believe in us? Question mark?
Yeah,
And somehow things keep happening.
they do. They do.
Tis amazing. And thank you all.
Thank
We're
you
clearly
all.
tired.
Yes. Sorry. It's been
It's been a day.
a day for sure. For sure. Check the preamble on the live stream. I don't know. How do we end these things?
I don't know. Bye.
Oh. There's one thing left to do besides going and checking out everybody in the Off the Tongue podcast and doing all those other things and loving and sharing and doing and all of that. There's one thing left to do that Adam knows what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm going to do one other thing first, which is go pee. But then after that, go skate. I wanted
Yeah.
people to think it froze. I'm dumb. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Thanks, Mama. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Adam
Right
doesn't
now,
get
when
paid.
we close the episode, we get our 5th person watching.
Shut up. Knock it off. Well,
It's all
why are
good.
all you people so late? We
All
said we
good.
went live an hour and a half ago.
All good, all good.
Who cares? It's fine.
I got to pee.
That dude's got to pee. And yeah, we got to be done because we got to get up and go to work.
Yeah. Back to the day job.
Let's go. All right.